Hello and welcome to the marvellous show Game of Thrones. If you've never watched an episode before, I'm your host Steve, and due to lockdown I thought I've never watched an episode, so I thought I'd watch the whole lot, and I'm absolutely loving it. It's probably the best series I've ever seen, I have to be honest. Yeah, I'm absolutely hooked now. Now I see what all the fuss was about, okay? And before I crack on, I just want to sort of apologise now because the last video, this one and the next one are probably going to be a little bit random because I've been on holiday. I've got my daughter's family coming down, they're staying for a few days, so obviously I can't really work through that. So these videos may be a little bit sort of a little bit staggered, but by next week we'll be back to normal again, okay? So last week we watched an amazing episode, Hardhome, which was one of my best episodes ever, without a doubt. Like I said before, the only thing that probably didn't make it my best episode was because I think they should have made the whole like an hour long, like they did with the Blackwater episode, and that I think if they'd done that, it would have been without a doubt my favourite episode. But it was kind of ruined by, I think, some of the other stories that they went to. So let's crack on with a recap quick. So in King's Landing, we saw poor Cersei in a cell, gutted, absolutely gutted, and she's basically denied all the allegations of incest and whatever the hell else it was. So I don't quite know how she's going to get out of that, but I've got this feeling that I don't even think it's going to reach a trial, and if it does reach a trial, nothing's going to happen to her. I think that Tommen is going to suddenly just, I don't know, grow a pair, and he's just going to charge in there and rescue him, I think. And then if Marge gets rescued as well, and Loras, I think they'll just bugger off. I don't think they'll have anything to do with King's Landing anymore. So that's what I think is going to happen, but I could be wrong on that. In Braavos, Arya sold some oysters. And at the Wall, Ollie had a chat with Sam about sort of Jon's intentions, whether he's really is going to let all the wildlings through. And Sam's tried to set his mind at ease to say that sometimes you have to do things you don't want to do for the better good. But I don't think Ollie understands it, and I'm a little bit worried about Ollie. I don't know if he's going to do something stupid, at some point. I wouldn't put it past him. He's got good reason to. I mean, his whole family and whole village was slaughtered. So I'll have to watch this space on our dear little Ollie. In Meereen, we saw Tyrion finally have a good chat with Daenerys, and thanks to his input, she spared Jorah's life. Although I was a little bit surprised that he still advised her that he should leave the city. So again, he got booted out the door again. It's kind of like Tom and Jerry, where he keeps getting kicked out the door. But this is going to be. I'm really excited now because I love how much I love Tyrion, and I think him advising Daenerys is a brilliant move. And I think there's going to be some awesome scenes. Because she really needs someone like Tyrion around, because he is, as far as I'm concerned, he is the Dom. He knows what he's doing where sort of battles and strategies come. He's really good at that kind of thing. What's going to happen to Jorah, I don't know. I mean, he's gone back to the slave trader now, and I think he's going to try and fight his way now through the fight pits to again have another crack at Daenerys. But I don't really get why, because she's just going to do the same thing again. But I guess we'll see on that. And finally, we had the whole Hardhome kind of scene. Wow. As far as scenes go, that was the best scene of the entire series, without a doubt. Just awesome, perfect. I absolutely loved it so much. We had Jon and Tormund with a load of the crows turning up at Hardhome, and it took a little bit of convincing from Tormund. I think he had to actually kill one of the leaders. He certainly hit him a lot of times anyway, and he didn't move after he'd hit him, so I think he's dead. Before they had a meeting of all the leaders, and it was sort of decided that some of them didn't trust Jon, and they didn't want nothing to do with it. But a lot of them did. But unfortunately, as they were boarding all the little boats to try and to leave, they were attacked by this absolute avalanche of walkers. In one of the most amazing scenes, the way it's filmed, the locations, the editing was just perfect. The fight scenes were amazing. I mean, when you look back at Dawn, seriously, that fight at Dawn, and you look at that, there is no comparison. Just so good. And we had the poor giant. I don't know if he lived or not, by the way, but because he had so many jumping on his back, and he was sort of taking them all out one by one. And last time I saw him, he's walking in the sea, but I don't know if he's big enough to walk through the sea to the ships. And even if he gets to a ship, is he going to be too big to get on a ship? So I don't know if he survived or not. I hope he did. But anyway, yeah, Jon managed to defeat a White Walker with his Valyrian sword, which I didn't know would actually work, but now we know that they can use Valyrian swords as well. Not that there's many of them around. I think they're probably rarer than obsidian, to be honest. Also, Tormund kicked ass as well. I'm loving him at the minute. I think he's brilliant. And then we had the, I think it's called the, I knew I'd forget this. Is it the Night King? I think it's called the Night King. With the best end scene ever, where he stands on the dock and just raises his hands up, and all the dead wildlings and the crows that they've killed, they just all stand up, and it's just a face-off with him and Jon, which was priceless. There was no music, it was just pure tension. It was amazing. Yeah, fantastic. I mean, I don't think they might carry on with that storyline straight away. I don't think they're going to, though. They might do a little bit in this episode, but I think that possibly episode 10 they'll come back to it leading into the next season. But oh god, I hope they do come back to it, because that was just incredible. So yeah, that's kind of where it was left. So yeah, I just want to crack on with episode 9 now. Oh god, episode 9 already. Jeez. I don't think they're gonna. I can't imagine this episode 9 beating the one we've just seen in episode 8. There's no way. So I'm guessing that was our episode 9, was the last one. But I'm still I think it'll still going to be an awesome episode. It's called The Dance of the Dragons. Now, I would be led to believe that that's about dragons, but you know what it's like. I usually get it wrong when I try and guess. But I'm going to stick to my guns. I think it's going to be about dragons, damn it. Which is cool, because I love my dragons. So before we crack on with it, these are my loves and hates from the 2 previous episodes. My loves, in the 3rd place, is Tormund. Yeah, I know he massacred a village and killed Ollie's family. I get that, but I just love him at the minute. He's so cool and so hard, and just does not give a shit, and I love him to bits. I think he's brilliant, especially in that last episode. He was kicking some serious ass. So I'm hoping now him and Jon, they're going to do a lot together. It's going to be amazing. So yeah, he's definitely my number 3 at the moment. Number 2 is Tyrion. Loving his stuff, and I'm so excited about this sort of relationship he's going to have with Daenerys now. Really looking forward to his storylines. He's not in any immediate danger, I don't think, so we should have all the humour coming back now, which I love about Tyrion, and his intelligence and the scripts that he has, his acting, everything. I love Tyrion to bits. So yeah, he's my number 2. And number 1, drum roll, it's Jon Snow, without a doubt. I love Jon Snow so much, and in episode, that is without a doubt. I mean, the Battle on the Wall was an amazing episode for Jon, absolutely brilliant, but I tell you what, I think Hard Home, his kind of story and his involvement in that was even better than that. So yeah, I mean, 2 of the 3 favourite episodes have been all about Jon, so definitely going on the last one, and it's got to be worth it just for that stare at the end. And also the look when he had the sword, the Valyrian sword, and it smashed the White Walker's staff, or whatever it was he was using. That look on his face as well was priceless. So yes, Jon is my number 1 this week. My hates, 3rd place is Cersei. It's hard to kind of hate her as much now, because now obviously she's drinking water off of a dirty floor. So, but I'm still loving it. I'm loving the fact that I love it so much. So yeah, but she's not over and done with yet. She's going to come up with some more horrible stuff, and the fact that she's the reason she's in that position in the first place. I wonder if she actually, while she's sitting in the cell, she actually thinks about that. Probably shouldn't have done that, but who knows. But yes, she's definitely my number 3 at the moment. It was hard to decide between number 2 and number 1, but number 2 at the moment, as it stands, is Melisandre. As you know, I love Shireen so much, and Melisandre is getting that way that I can see something really bad's going to happen. At the minute, Stannis is resisting it, but I think as things get more desperate and he realises he's not going to win this battle at Winterfell, he's going to do it, isn't he? He's going to let her do it, and I can't see it not happening. The only way I can see it not happening is if Ramsay, well, he's bringing his men, isn't he, to try and take Stannis out. That's the only way that I can see it won't happen. But what I actually think is going to happen, that's going to force Stannis into that position of doing it. And Melisandre's going to have a smile on her face as she does it as well. I hate her so much, really do. So yeah, she's my number 2. And my number 1, as you probably guessed, is Ramsay. His treatment of not just Theon, but I don't really bother that much with Theon, but Sansa, without a doubt, she's had enough. And skinning that poor old lady, and again the mental torture as well as the physical torture. He's such an evil piece of work, evil. So yeah, he is my definite number one this week. So yeah, let's just crack. Oh, by the way, if my arm's in a weird position the whole way through it, it's because I had a 6-hour tattoo on my arm yesterday, and it is killing. And I can't put it down anywhere because it's covered in cream. So I'm going to sit a bit like this. So just bear with me, it'll be fine. So also, if you are a fan of Game of Thrones and you haven't subscribed yet, and you're watching this thinking, who the hell is that weird bold guy? Just subscribe, like, hit the bell, comment, do all of that malarkey, then you'll be updated every time I come on. And also, if you want to, we have a Facebook page now specifically for this. We can chat on there and it's all good fun. So yeah, I think the link's in the description of the video. It's kind of a link anyway, I think you'll have to copy it, but yeah, you know what you're doing. So yeah, it'd be nice to sort of have a chat over there as well. So yeah, let's crack on. Episode 9, Dance of Dragons, Game of Thrones. See you soon.
There are no men like me.
Stannis. Man, that snow is so deep. Whoa! Is that Ramsay? Oh my god, it's Ramsay's men, isn't it? Oh my god. Oh man.
A band of 20 men, maybe less. They were in and out before anyone spotted them.
20 men rode into our camp without a single guard sounding the alarm. Put last night's guards in chains. Either they fell asleep or they conspired with the enemy. Find out the truth and then hang them.
Great.
It's gonna do it. I'm hating this. Davos is gonna go mental. John, come on man. Horse. Oh, the giant lived! Brilliant. Let's hope I open the gates now. Don't you dare.
Open the gates.
That was touch and go.
It was a failure.
It wasn't. You didn't fail him. Or him. Or her. Every one of them is alive because of you, and no one else.
It's true. Come on, Ollie, don't do anything silly.
You have a good heart, Jon Snow. It'll get us all killed.
Find some healthy horses and a few knights to guard you. I'm sending you back to Castle Black. Tell the Lord Commander his king commands him to send food, supplies, fresh horses. In return, when I take the throne, I'll make sure the Night's Watch has all the men it requires.
At least let me take Shireen.
He knows what's going on.
My family stays with me.
Damn it.
What's this one now?
The Dance of Dragons. A true telling. By Grand Maester Munkin.
Well, that sounds like a proper story.
Those two together are amazing.
Do you like it?
He's beautiful. But why am I getting a present?
Because you deserve it. This is my own poor way of saying thank you. I'll be gone for a few days, Princess. I want to hear all about the Dance of Dragons when I'm back.
Well, read it yourself.
Oh, okay.
Please,
What's she doing there?
Princess Marcella.
Uncle?
How's your jaw? The flea bite. We received a threatening message. The princess's necklace in the jaws of a viper.
That necklace was stolen from my room.
Let us drink to Tommen, the first of his name, King of the Andals and the first men, Lord of the Seven Kingdoms. She will return with you to King's Landing. And my son, Prince Trystane, will accompany you both.
What?
If the alliance between the Iron Throne and Dorne is to continue, their engagement must stand. With Oberyn gone, Trystane will take his place on the small council.
You have my word. I have learned the value of mercy from my father. I'll set your man free.
You're a good man.
On one condition.
Prince, sorry about the other day.
Oh.
Oysters, crabs, and cockles!
Don't make it look too obvious, will ya? What's she saying? Oops.
Some consider
I think her plan's going to go to pot now.
tasteful, dishonourable.
She's going to get needle, isn't she?
The sleekest little minx in Bravos.
You buying?
Oh, I'm buying. But I never was good at sharing.
They say oysters get the juices flowing.
He's going to spot her, surely.
Too old. Too old. Too old.
She's going to do it, isn't she?
It's fresh. I'll have one. Any vinegar?
Good. You'll have a fresh one for me tomorrow.
Of course.
He knows something's up, doesn't he?
You can swear your allegiance to me now. Or you can die.
Kissing his ring.
I know your daughter had no part in the terrible thing that happened to the man I love. Perhaps even you are innocent of that.
Father,
Don't do it.
is there any way I can help?
Yes, there is.
Good, I want to.
Don't be an arsehole, Stannis.